Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned to the end of the video to see what the next game's gonna be. Chronically Blue. Hello, all of my sleepy bears. My name's Chronically Blue, and welcome to my 60 in 60. Today we are tackling the mission mode. Not just one, not just two, not just 10, all 60 missions. All in 1 hour-long video. So it'll be super easy for you to follow along at home. We are going in numeric order, whether it helps me or not. For the first one, we are with Sonic, and we have to go through, pick up this man, and drop him off at the little target. Now, if it's a little bit faster than you recall, that is because I really intensely wanted this to be officially just a 60-minute video. So I went through, did all the missions, put it all together, edited out me changing characters very frequently, and did as much as I can to make sure that you still see exactly how everything is, know where it all is, know how to get there and whatnot, while still being a 60-minute video. And once all that was done, it was still a little bit over, so I went through and sped it up entirely, just a little tiny bit, in order to fully fit that timeline. It was a handful, I can tell you that much. For this one, it's super simple. Just go through and pick up the little mission card and then hit that balloon. There we go. And just like that, we're already on mission 2. There's some missions here that are very unforgiving and very annoying, and I will happily point them out once we get there. It's going to be mostly the later half. You're not going to have to do anything too insane for the mission mode. It's mostly going through, finding the missions, figuring out where they are, then popping a balloon, getting medallion, something like that. Nothing too crazy here. It's just that some of the missions are quite difficult. Who knew? For the beginning here, it's mostly just Sonic kicking things off because it is his game. And we're going to now collect 100 rings and go to Sonic's billboard by the pool. What is Sonic's billboard? It's a Sonic X billboard, of course, because why not? Now, with some of these things, I believe that these are mostly promotional materials. They include some images of Sonic 06, Sonic Unleashed. So the fact that they were working on that promotional material while this game was in development, and or they just got it at the last second, or they just updated these sprites, I don't really know. I remember seeing them on the GameCube, and unless they were already very much working on the 360 Sonic games at that time, I have no other way to explain how they got that. We're now on Tails. Now that we have finished the first 3 missions, I know we're only 3 minutes in and we've already finished the first 3 missions. Amazing how that is. This one is right in front of us. Weeds are growing all over my place. I must get rid of them. Again, nothing too difficult here. Just going over to Tails' workshop and getting rid of them. And if you find it annoying if I say how it's not that difficult, it's because these are one of the few ones that I was able to comfortably obtain while I was still in my youth, and did not have to use a guide or anything to look up where they all are. And as much as I enjoy video guides, sometimes the written guides are just a lot easier to navigate, because I can just very quickly go through and type mission 1, 2, 3, all the way to 60, and not have to worry about jumping around all over the place. Now I will bring up how, unfortunately, once I sat down and recorded all 60 missions, I went through to go and edit them, only to find out that missions 11 through 20 were corrupted. How? I have no idea. The video still had data in it. It still had bytes. It showed that it was like a normal sized file. It just would not open. I tried to upload it to YouTube, tried to do everything that I possibly can without having to download random software I didn't trust, and it just wasn't happening. So I uploaded that video on Friday saying, hey, sorry, you're lucky I care about you. I'm gonna go through and beat the game again. So when we check the mission stats for missions 11 through 20, you're going to see that a lot of the emblems are missing there from 1 through 10. Again, don't worry about it. It was just a matter of recording issues. But I'm very thankful that it was such a small amount. And while I still had to go through and beat everyone's story, there was one person I did not have to beat in order to do missions 11 through 20, and that is Gamma. Which, I appreciate the break where I can get it, but at the same time, I don't hate Gamma, so I was not too thrilled. I'm just like, man, I don't have to do Gamma, but I still have to do Big and everyone else. You gotta be kidding me. Anyway, first world tragedies, am I right? Speaking of Gamma, the next mission is with him. And fear not, I will happily show you not only where to locate the mission cards, but also how to do the mission. And there's not a lot to it, honestly. As soon as you find out where you're supposed to be, it's easy to figure it out. But rest assured, there are some very difficult missions coming up way later down the line that are really going to test my patience, and I know will definitely test your patience. But the ones I'm talking about are, again, so far down the totem pole that we really don't have to worry about it too much right now. You will see that there was a mission card right there that is for a separate mission, also in the same area, because yes, you can go through and you can find all the mission cards that you possibly want before you start doing a mission. I do that a little bit. I do it, I want to say, only twice. But picking up this man and putting him right in front of Metal Sonic, Mission 7 is cleared. On a Mission 8 with Big the Cat, because it's Big the Cat. You know, you gotta use him somehow. It is very surprising, though, that Big the Cat has more missions than Gamma. That was quite unique to me. But, with that being said, there's... you can imagine what his missions entail. It's either going somewhere, finding medallion, or flag. Most of them are going to be fishing in areas that you're not supposed to fish in, which, honestly, I think that was a pretty good idea. Just being able to have the player fish in areas that they typically don't fish in, I think that's pretty unique. I think it's a good idea. Now, I can confirm that when it comes to the mission fish with Big, they're only 500 grams. You don't have to worry about getting upgrades and such like that in order to be able to pick up the fish. You can just completely skip all of Big's upgrades if you want to. I don't recommend it, but you can. And now, we start with the fun stuff. There are a lot of missions that take place inside stages, and with that, it means that you will be going through and playing some of the stages multiple times just to be able to obtain the different little missions that are there, which I want to say it's fun, but after playing through some of the same stages dozens of times actually, I can say I would much prefer a different means of that happening. Number 10, what's that sparkling in the water? Now, if you forget where you pick up the mission cards, then that will definitely put you at a disadvantage because you have no idea what or where something is sparkling in the water. If it gave you a location, I feel like that would definitely help. But another thing that I think would definitely assist is when you open the mission thing, if you could select the mission, it will take you right there. I think that would definitely assist as well. There's our golden boy, just living their best life, just having a fun old time, just existing, not knowing that this will be the final time I ever see him. Mission 11, destroy the windmill and proceed to find the balloon in orbit. This one was a little unique for me. It definitely made me think quite a bit. I'm just like, destroy the windmill. Where is there a windmill? I'm like, maybe Windy Valley? I feel like that could probably be it. But here you can see me just going around trying to figure out where it is, because I did not have a good guide for 11 through 20. Somehow in between the time I did all the missions and the time I had to redo it, the guide that I typically use just vanished. Would not let me access it no matter how many times I clicked on it, this time the other. And yes, I know you're gonna say, have you tried disabling cookies, deleting cookies, this time the other, and it's like, listen, I don't care, it's fine, we'll live. Here's some of the promotional art that I brought up earlier, how there's even Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 1, Sonic Unleashed, as well as Sonic the Hedgehog. Again, if these were there in the original GameCube version, cool. I personally, I want to say that they were. I could definitely be wrong. I'm not saying that my memory is not the best thing ever, but I like to say it's somewhat reliable. Number 13, I can't take a shower like this. Do something. The only stage that has showers in it is going to be Casinopolis. For this one, it's not that horrible. You go into the showers, there's going to be a bunch of spinners there, and you're going to destroy them, and it's going to be quite alright. I will tell you though, man, I was tired editing this. Not only because it was a lot of footage, it was over 3 hours of footage, and that's just me roughly estimating. I'm sure it was a lot more than that. But to go through and not only do it, but also to record it and then edit it down, definitely takes a lot out of someone.
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad to know that the train heading to the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon. That makes me word jumble. Mission 14. I'm the keeper of this hotel. Catch me if you can. Here we are doing Big's one, and again, it's fishing. It's not the worst thing ever. It's not the best thing ever. Once you figure out how to do it and you do the trick of holding down when the fish is coming close to the lure, you're gonna be quite alright. My goodness, I was yawning there. Aside from that, I can tell you about how I know you're here for the missions, but I gotta fill the time somehow. I can't just talk about Big's fishing for like all 5 missions that there are. So I'm gonna be filling in with some personal information as well. But I recently saw the TV show The GOAT on Amazon Prime, and it's not bad. It's hosted by Tosh from Tosh.0, to which I'm like, what the heck is that? I've never heard of that. I'm far too young to even know what that is. But my spouse was like, oh, you've never seen it? It was so good. And I was like, okay, if you say so. So we saw like the first few episodes, and then something happened in the 3rd episode and the 4th episode, to which we're like, okay, cool. We're gonna stop watching this now. It was something that yeah, thank you, Sonic. If there's any funny moments like that, I happily keep them in. But here we're getting medallions, and it's just all inside of this little tornado here. But there was people that repeated on themselves, for lack of a better term, and I think it's a phobia. I don't know. It's definitely become significantly more chill as time has gone on. I feel it's more so if it goes on for way too long, or if I feel it's something happening to me, then that's when the phobia really kicks into high gear. But if it's just like a passing thing, like just one part of a clip show or like a short thing, I'm like, it's fine. I'll live. Aside from that, we've been watching My Hero Academia. No spoilers, I promise, as always. But for this one, it is going to be getting the flags off of the islands, and that's... It can be tricky if you don't know where to look. So, I can go ahead and preface this by stating that the island that has the flag on it are all the same. If you see a little island like that where it's elongated with a circle at the end, it will be one of the ones that has a flag on it, except for this one. This one just has a spring on it, so I don't know, I guess they weren't allowed to have a flag next to a spring. I don't make the rules, I didn't make the game, I'm just playing it. Let's have another flag right up on here. And there's 5 more. And if it seems like I'm already running out of things to say, it's because I am. As much as I love this game, as much as I enjoy it, the mission mode was just not a good idea. I understand they were trying to keep going with the replayability of it all and be like, hey, look, it's the same thing but slightly different now. Maybe it'll help you see some parts of the stage that you couldn't before. But at the same time, I just feel like some characters were definitely more highly favorited than others. Because when Sonic has the most missions out of anyone else, it definitely does not feel fair. I think if... There's many things I would have changed if I had a say and if my opinion mattered. But if there was just a few ways. One, making sure that everyone has 10 missions, and maybe having all their missions be 1 through 10. So Sonic would be 1 through 10, Tails would be 11 through 20. Something like that. I feel like that would definitely have made it a little more bearable, as well as being able to select the mission and being able to have it be already like teleported to said stage. I feel that would definitely assist. That being said, if you collect a mission and then like exit the game and go to trial mode, you cannot complete the mission in that trial. So if you're trying to go and do a fast-paced version of it or fast travel, sorry, nice try, it won't work. Here we're going to Xenopolis. My goodness, sorry. Here we're going to Xenopolis because there's one of the things where we have to go and get these little medallions. I'm not good at pinball. I hope you know that. That being said, I still like pinball. I'm not good at it, but I like it. I can try to see the little angles from bouncing off certain flippers at certain times. And if it's a regular pinball machine, I can definitely do it. I can have a little more fun with a regular pinball machine, but when it comes to digital pinball, yeah, it's not going to be spot on, and that's just something that really comes with it. So you're really kind of up to chance when it comes to digital pinball. So, you know, you're not going to be able to do everything as fast as you'd like to. You're not going to be as precise as you would with an actual machine, but then again, it's a lot cheaper to play a pinball game in itself than to own a pinball machine. That being said, we are now going through here and trying to collect the little medallions. I'm also looking forward because I'm going to have pizza tonight, and ooh. Been so long since I had a pizza. So excited. Not a frozen. I think it's going to be like a to-go pizza too, which that also very much excites and terrifies me. During the night at the amusement park, see if you can place your jumps, and that is mission 18. But we're also going to be going and collecting mission 19 so we can get that started as well, because they're in the same area. And for once, because I knew it ahead of time, I'm like, okay, cool, let's go and get these two for one, so that way I can show off 18 and then mission 19, because mission 19 happens almost immediately after mission 18, so it just saves me some time with editing. Anyway, here in Twinkle Park, you're going to see a little floating pedestal right over there. We're going to jump up, and then we're going to, yep, we're gonna fall. Cool, we're gonna restart. You can get out of the pool. There are springs there in order to help, but I was just aggravated at this point. But by going up to here, you can then jump and use the hammer to hit the spring in order to get the balloon. And something really weird happened here. It shot me up onto the ship, which I thought it didn't have any solid dimensions whatsoever. I thought it was just a thing that you could just fall through. I didn't even know it would be possible to get up here. But just by like messing around and trying to find whatever else, I clip out of it, and I was like, well, whatever. We had our fun for a little bit. There's going to be a lot of unique moments in here, which I'm very excited for, because that will give me something to look forward to, aside from just going through and doing all 60 missions. But again, if you enjoy this or found this and was definitely looking for someone to talk over the gameplay to show you where you can go so you can just easily mute it and just be completely fine with it, I'm glad I could provide that for you. There's not a lot of unique ways in order to spice up doing 60 missions at once. I looked at other videos, and sure, I could definitely put in more time and put like text on screen showing what mission we're doing, but I really just want to get this out. I really just want to be done with this. As much as I know it, I feel I've done more than enough just editing it all down to 60 missions in 60 minutes, so that way it'd be easy to kind of get a good estimate as to what mission I was on at the time, just by looking at like the number and then the minutes in order to help make it somewhat reliable. Okay, and with that, we have finished mission 19. We are now on to mission 20. I just wanted to see Amy get shot. Amy, you mean Maria, am I alright? Ayo. Anyway, this one's at the bottom of a pool. And it is to get the medallions within the time limit. It's really slippery, so be careful. Don't worry, we will. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Fine. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the second area of Ice Cap, and just by going all the way down, there's going to be a little switch nearby. My goodness, I'm tired. Might need a Coke Zero after this. Anyway, there's going to be a little switch that we get to press that will happily make a bunch of medallions appear. We have 60 seconds to do it. And with these medallions, they're all going to be on these little ice peaks, icicles, saber-toothed tigers. I don't know what they are. There's something. But they're going to be there. And you are easily thinking, wait, what happened? I'm missing quite a lot. That's okay. There's another area where there's more medallions right with the same thing. So yes, as long as you don't spin dash your way through everything, you will be able to find it. Okay, with that, mission 20 is cleared, and now we're on to mission 21, right at the 21-minute mark. Isn't that awesome? Protect the Sonic Doll and the spinners surrounding it. You got it. I can definitely do that. Now, to be fair, there's very few times when you can fail a mission. Here you cannot. As long as you make sure to try to stay away from aiming at the Sonic Doll, you'll be fine. But the ones with a timer on it, if you don't get everything within the time allotted, then it will say timeout, which makes it feel like it's punishing a child. But regardless, here we are on 22, where there's a hidden flag under the secret passage by the Emerald Ocean. Not too difficult. If you've explored around, then you will also know where this one is as well. Just go to this little pillar here, and just by walking very slowly under it, we will be able to see the flag. We'll be able to obtain it, get it, and we'll be good. And again, I did speed up the entirety of the video very, very tinily, just to make it all fit. So, the audio is still mostly the same. There's some parts where I absolutely sped that thing up. Ooh. There's definitely some parts I'm like, okay, let's speed this up. They can get the gist of this. Yeah. I accidentally kicked it. Alright, this is one of the parts where I do not speed it up. This is just me showing you exactly how to get to the area. Yes, I'm showing this part because I believe I skipped past this part when I did the Sonic act originally. But, I always loved the little, like, bowling thing. Like, it's such a cute idea. Like, I know a Sonic bowling game would sound, like, pretty dumb, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I feel like they could add stuff to it. Like, I don't know, maybe if it was Sonic's, you could bowl once and then choose if you want to keep it or not, and then you can just bowl a second time. There's like a, I don't know, a super move or something. For Tails, just be like, put like, attach some mechs to himself so we can elongate his shape. I feel like that could be, you know what, now that I'm thinking about it, it sounds, I think a Sonic bowling game could happen. You can use that idea, happily. 24, I hate this dark and filthy place. Can you find it? Now, because this one was so easy, I really did not feel the need in order to edit it out because it's Casinopolis, and with Tails, there's no pinball in Casinopolis. So, let's go ahead and see this really quickly. First, we get a really bad view, but then, as you realize, it's going to be up over here, and you will see the little cardboard cutout of Cream with Chow. There we go, 24, all done. Here with Knuckles, we're gonna come right on over here. What is hidden under the lion's right hand? Now this is their right, not our right. I know, it's dumb, but whatever. So going all the way over to Casinopolis with Knuckles, we're gonna go over to the lion. Under his right hand, sorry, our right, his left hand is Speed Shoes. On the other side, I did not have a good camera angle for it, so I'm going to assume that it's probably either a medallion or a flag. But once you get it, you'll be good. I love how the death cuts off the celebratory mission song. But now that we've done that, it's time to go and get another one. That's right, in the same area as was previously, just on the other side. We have 26. What is on top of the ship's mast that the pirates are protecting? I wonder. Teleport. There we go. So on top of the ship's mast that the pirates are protecting, it is a flag. We're going to go ahead and get that flag. And just like that, we're moving on to the next mission. Da-da-ba. I hope you like that sound. You're going to hear it quite a few more times. Just when it's inside the burger shop, 27 collect the 100 rings and head to the heliport in Speed Highway. Now, this one I felt I probably should show off because I don't think I ever got 100 rings prior to the helicopter previously. So I'm definitely showing that off here, so you have a good idea as to the path I took, what you can do, and just how to make it all work well for you. But yes, we can definitely easily get some rings here. You can get all the rings you want. You cannot. Just be careful, because know that if you hit a checkpoint and die, then you will respawn at that checkpoint, which you probably won't have enough rings in order to get there at that point in time, so you'll have to exit the stage, re-enter it, and start all over again. But again, this isn't really a big issue. This is a minor inconvenience, if anything. It's not the worst thing ever. You know, as you can see here, I'm doing well, and I'm able to get exactly where I need to be within a minute and a half, which, that's really good time according to Sonic Adventure logic. Aside from that, we are then just going to ride the little platforms, and then we are going to move on forward. There's a trail of rings right up here, right before the helicopter pad, and then we are going to continue and move forward. Man, I'm thirsty. Really should have grabbed a LaCroix or something. I'm also tired. I don't know. It'll be fine. Here we have this little speed card up here. During the morning traffic, use the fountain to get to the balloon. That's right, this is also going to be in Speed Highway, so we are going to very quickly teleport there, and by using the little fountain here, there's a spring nearby. If you land somewhere near it or onto it, it will shoot you into the balloon, and then you will be done and move on. And again, the reason why I felt like I needed to do this is because initially I thought of doing just 10 missions at a time. Then I thought, well, I kind of want to like spread it out so it's good, so I'll do like 20 missions at a time. And finally I'm like, listen, I'm going to be taking a break for a bit. I'm going to go ahead and just crush it all in one video. Mission 29, I'm the keeper of this canal. Catch me if you can. I don't know, can we catch you? Yeah, it's just a fish. And while this is going on, I am highly contemplating about stopping and getting a drink. I know, like, Sonic the Blue, you could just pause. I'm like, yeah, I could, but like, it'd be a mess in order to like put it all together. Oh my goodness.
Something's biting.
Ugh, something is biting. It's the bills, My goodness. Listen, I know it's easy to complain about bills when you're an adult, but like, listen, there's nothing more dissatisfying than getting... Imagine, if you will, that you get an allowance, okay? Also, a fugitive has escaped the jail of Burning Hell. That's right, in Sonic Adventure DX, we are in Burning Hell. Isn't that fun? I specifically remember this, and I have a very wonderful story that actually correlates with this as well. I remember stating that, like, yeah, in Sonic, that place in Red Mountain is known as Hell. And people were like, no, it's not. And so I went through the soundtrack of the game, even on the GameCube version. I could not find it where it says it was Burning Hell. Little did I know, it was a mission. So, take that, all the people that made me think I was wrong and dumb. Yeah, that's Burning Hell in Sonic. Is there gonna be a Hell in Sonic the Hedgehog theme movie? I don't know how I feel about that. Anyway, for this part, it was very annoying. You have to just go up the second chute and then just really try to make sure that you are good on your timing. And then once you get to on top of one of the vents that pull you in, then you can fly up to get the balloon. Can you get the balloon that is hidden under the bridge? Now, they're going to do this a few times where they take a balloon or medallion and surround it with springs or enemies or whatever they can possibly think of. Now, you can do quite a few things. You can either drop in right from the middle, right under it, or you can just try to grab it. Whatever works, as long as you get it, you get it. If you get it, you're good. You got to get it, got it done. Am I right? That's right. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway. Sorry. All these missions kind Kind of messed up with my brain activity. I don't think I'm gonna be the same again, but that's okay. Thank you, Knuckles, you said it best. Okay, on to mission 33. And now, we're on to the egg carrier. I don't know if you noticed, but the missions definitely vary as to where they are and what stage they correlate to. Some of them are exactly back to back. Some of them are... I apologize for yawning. Some of them are all grouped together. Some of them are completely spread out, completely inconsistent, which makes it so much fun for everyone involved. And if you are a child, a teenager, or an adult, and you're like, what the heck, what does this mean? What does it mean is something sparkling in the water? And you find out, oh, it means the Chao Garden. You are not alone. You have to remember, this is my first time going through and doing all 60 missions successfully as well. There was a lot that I completely missed as a child. So, don't beat yourself up, don't get too frustrated, you know, you're still prideful because you are taking the time that you need and be like, hey, this is difficult, I'm gonna go get some help. And that is okay. Don't make yourself feel bad about watching this video. Mission 35, I'm the keeper of this icy lake, catch me if you can. It's a fish. For this one, I heavily sped it up because I'm just like, listen, we need it. Like, please, I cannot talk while he's fishing a lot, so just keep going, speed it up. Come on, we got this, I can handle it. Go, 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 go. And you can see just how long it takes. Now that one was 1,400 grams. I do not know the weight limit of each lure, so good luck with that. If you do struggle with it, go find a lure upgrade, whatever you float your boat. Now here's this old man again, and he just decided, I'm gonna stay right here on top of this aircraft. How he got here, I really don't know, but you know what, we're just gonna let him be. And I pause because I'm over here thinking, what is an old man doing standing on an aircraft surrounded by turrets and cannons and spinners and oh my. I don't know, we don't ever get explanation for it. I kind of want to see like something from Sega be like, yeah, this is the old man. He just wanders around. That would be a believable story though. Okay, with that, mission 36 is done. We are now going with Tails. My boy, the Tails. The two-tailed man. Fly over the jungle and gather balloons. Yeah, very difficult. But again, we are already at mission 37, so this is definitely going by a lot faster than I thought it would. I hope it's going by a lot faster for you as well. Again, just showing you where the balloons and the cards and the medallions and how to do everything. I do hope that you find this useful. We are nowhere near done yet. We are over halfway done though, so that's good. We've made it this far. Let's keep rambling and going on. Ramble on. I think that's I don't know what song that is. I want to say it's... I'm not even going to try to guess the band. But I do have some exciting news. There will not be a video for 2 weeks. I know that doesn't sound exciting to you, but please look at it on my side of things. I've been uploading constantly, every Monday through Friday, with 2 games at least, and by my accounts, I'm just like, listen, we're gonna finish both games, because I hate when people do that. I really hate when creators are like halfway through something, and they're just like, okay, I'm taking a break, and they're just like, it is just there, and they come back later and like, yeah, welcome to this new game, I just didn't feel like finishing the other one. I'm like, how dare you? You had me waiting. How dare you? You monster! Anyway, with Gamma here, we are going to somehow try to make it all the way over here, and we can use his target cannon in order to just go ahead and blow that open, so we can go and treasure hunt at the beach to find all the medallions under the time limit. That'd be fun. Now, if you're wondering, why? Why? How long? What is the reason for this? Well, I'll tell you. I'm going on a honeymoon. That's right. My spouse and I have been married for 6 months now, and we are just like, you know what? It's time for our honeymoon. We're also celebrating his birthday, but still, we're doing something that I'm very excited for. Oh, I'm so excited for it. We are going on a cruise. I've never been on one. I'm so excited. I don't even know if I get seasick or whatever, but I'm just like, I don't really care. I am just so excited. And like, we looked at like all the things. I don't know where we're going on the cruise, but it's like a 3 or 4 day cruise. And I'm just like, yee, I'm so excited. Oh. And it's so funny because he was looking at like, yeah, let me look at Wi-Fi packages. And they were like $70, $80, $90. And I'm just like, we don't need Wi-Fi. Like, we are going on a honeymoon. I think we can both put the phones down. And if we really need it, we can use the 5G in the middle of the ocean, if there is any. But please, we will live. Whatever bills there are, I will make sure they are managed in advance because I am not letting anything stop me from enjoying this. Like, personally, someone who uses their phone a lot, not only for reading and talking with AI chatbots, just like pass the time and have fun, whatever, I will happily like lock my phone away and be like, no, I don't need it. There's no service. Nothing is preventing me from just enjoying the time. And oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I'm not a vlogger, so I will happily not vlog at all. Because I firmly believe that when it comes to like moments like that, like photos are fine. Like you just need a photo. You don't need to record your entire experience. I don't think it is that memorable. You are not as funny as you think you are, especially when there's a camera on you. And sometimes you could pull a Watergate. Monica Blue, what's a Watergate? I'm 7. That's great. I'm still really proud of myself for making family-friendly content. So that way, if someone does stumble in and watch one of my videos, they're not going to be blindsided or hear something that they shouldn't. Watergate is a historical event. I will happily elaborate to you. Watergate is when a president got very paranoid, thought people were plotting against him. To put it in hip young lingo, he thought everyone around him was sus, and so he got receipts even of stuff that was non-sus. And in turn, they caught him venting. Yeah. I think I phrased that pretty well for the hip young folk. So, now, if anyone wants to think, if you... just imagine like 7-year-olds being like, be careful there, make sure you don't pull a Watergate. The adults are like, how do you know about that? You're like 7. He's like, it's from the person I watch. They play Sonic games. Okay, that's very weird. I hope that doesn't come up in their videos often. Anyway. Watergate aside. We are on big, and I'm showing you just how long this one takes, because it does take quite a bit. But, you know, just... We're making good progress, making good headway. A lot of the missions are not taking as long. The longest part of them all is specifically just traveling to it, finding the mission card, and then going to the place where you need to do the mission. If we were able to just select it and we would be able to be taken like in the general area, unless they really want to dumb it down and put us right exactly where we need to be, I would have to be okay with that too, please. But that is the thing that adds the most time to it. As well as I want to take a moment in order to shout out a program that you can use from the Sonic Hacking Contest, and it's called Better SADX. You can only use it on the computer. I'm sure if I tried really hard and had a lot of patience and time, I could have enabled it on my Steam Deck. I just did not care. Here's a thing that enables better lighting, camera, restores some, not programs, not platforms, not tiles. Patterns and designs that were in the original Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast that were removed in Sonic Adventure DX. That's a bunch of things, a bunch of special events, and it's fun, it's cool, it's free. If you have Sonic Adventure DX on your computer, please, I implore you, download it, mess around with it, have fun. If you want to do an entire Let's Play on it, be my guest. I will not stop you. I do not own Sonic Adventure. Mission 45, go to a place where rings are laid in the shape of Sonic's head. This one is very difficult, and you are going to see why I had to speed this up, because in this area, in the final egg, we just had to very much speed it up due to all the trial and error. because in Gamma's playthrough of this, there is a spring nearby that will happily take you up there, but there is not one in Sonic's mission. Whether that was intentional or unintentional, or I just got the short end of the stick, I don't know. But I'm here to show you everything so you know what's going on. Still can't believe water. I just firmly can't. Listen, the things that come out of my mouth, okay, they're unique. They make heads turn. Not in a bad way, but also not in a good way. They're just like, what? I'm glad I'm not getting political in here. That's an important thing, too. Like, to be able to, like, keep your opinions and thoughts to yourself, like, when it's the appropriate time to do so. Like, if I've read and heard countless stories of people just, like, opening their mouth and starting fights and whatnot over, like, dumb things, and I'm just like, listen, was it really worth it? Did you really have to fight someone because I said that Die Hard was not a Christmas movie? You'll live. Just saying. There's always a calm, peaceful option that is available. 98% of the time. In my situations, it's always been about 100% of the time. And again, I've never been in a fight, and I hope to never be in a fight because I'm frail. I mean, I'm not like a toothpick, but like, no, I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I got like a 12-pack and this, that, and the other. And I was like, no. Like, I'll complain about it once it's over, but I'd rather not have that happen at all, preferably. Then, like, some people take, like, being in fights as, like, some, like, magic award, and I'm just like, dude, you got in a fight. I don't think that's something to be proud of. Like, just saying. I'm like, I'm glad you're still here. You should have seen the other guy. He walked away with a lawsuit. Yeah, I bet he did. People forget that because of like all the action movies and such, but like, it is considered assault to hit someone, to be in a fight. That is assault. They can go to jail. So like, think really hard, but like, is it really worth it? Is it? The answer's no, it's not. You have mission 48. Can you get the medallion that the giant Sonic is staring at? Well, let's go. So, we see the giant Sonic staring at something surrounded by springs. That's right, it's a medallion. We gotta get it. How? You just gotta do it. You just gotta keep trying. A majority of the hitboxes for the missions are very lenient, so, except for the flags, for some reason. They just decided the flags had to be the most accurate thing ever. So go to the track and get all the flags. Hey, speaking of flags. Ooh. I just reminded myself that one easy slip up and I'd be like, ooh, gotta send to that. Here you can see me struggling to get into a car because they're all piled up. What is this? My drive to work? Anyway. With the flags, there's no time limit, so please take your time. You don't have to keep holding down on the gas. You don't have to do this as fast as possible. You can turn around. You can get the flags. You are fine. You're fine. Now, there is a mission coming up, since we are already in the 40s, that, unfortunately, it is not as generous as this. It is going to be a downhill slope, and it's also a race, which, really don't like that. Nope, don't like that. But what can you do? But yeah, I'm here, so living my life, especially on a cruise. Ooh. And this, I'm so excited. My goodness, there's like so many things I can't wait to do there. There's like, okay, I'll be honest, the only sport I actually care about is tennis because I can actually follow that one in the rules. But it's gonna be like a 40 like game and like recreation thingy for like movies and such, and I was like, oh, that sounds awesome. And there's gonna be like bars, and it's like, yee. And there's even gonna be like a play there. I mean, there's two, but I only care about one. I don't even want to say what they are because I really don't want to like have people like find me on a cruise ship and be like, "Ha, I gotcha," and I'm just like, "Hi, how are you doing?" Just imagine the fan being like, "Yeah, I found you." Yeah? What now? I don't know. I didn't think I got this far. Okay. You want an autograph? No? You're pointless. You cost no money. You have only 100 subscribers. I'm like, okay, cool, awesome, thanks. Nice meeting you too. Glad this didn't bruise my ego. I know I just joked about it, but even if I had no subscribers, I'd still be very happy. I very much enjoy making videos and beating games that I've long never had the time to play through, or always wanted to play and never was able to. So I very much appreciate and enjoy it. So thank you all for watching. Again, we're not done yet. I'm just me saying genuinely, thank you. I also saw a lot of people really enjoyed, or just a lot of people got recommended the Sonic A mission video and Metal Sonic, which, thank you. Thank you for watching. That one was very annoying, and I can very easily see people having issues with that, because I had issues with that myself. So, very much appreciate all you watching that. It means a lot to me. Now, the trick here is you can very easily open up the 5 doors before you do anything. Someone said to do the free camera instead of the auto camera. I really don't believe them, but at least we can like go around, see where it is. And what we're looking for is we were looking for that, actually. Now, because we took too long, despite us breathing on it, but not touching it, we can just go ahead, do it again, and it'll appear in the same place. And there's Sonic Unleashed. Chronicle Blue, when will you do a Let's Play of Sonic Unleashed? You were so funny. I hope you know that. I hope you know that. I've never even beaten Sonic Unleashed. Anyway, Mission 51, Government of Windy Valley. Now for this one, ooh, just some fancy effects for this one, I tell you what. But I've never beaten Sonic Unleashed. I've beaten Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, not 100%ed it, and I guarantee you I would not 100% it, because that game is way too much of me. Way too much. Way too much. But here we're slowing it down so you can see exactly how I go through and defeat these spinners in such a short amount of time. It's just mostly hovering, aiming the joystick around as much as you possibly can, releasing it before it goes off, and then instantly holding it again so you're able to ensure that you get the maximum coverage, because if you fail and you reach the bottom, too bad, so sad, you gotta restart and try again. And with that, we only have 2 more left, 1 more left, and just like that, we finished at exactly 1 minute 63 seconds left. Yeah. Pretty cool. Now Big the Cat, and this one's a unique one. Get the 3 flags in the jungle under the time limit. What this has to do with Big, I have no idea, but we're just gonna go with it. So you're gonna see me checking the map and just going through, making sure everything's correct, and I put this out in its entirety. But there are going to be 3 flags around the forest. Yeah, I just really feel like they're just like, let's use Big, it'll be funny. And I was like, okay, if you say so. Whether or not it was, that's definitely debatable. But here we are, playing as Big, going through the forest for 3 minutes. Riveting. There's not a, like, what can I possibly say about this? It's Big walking through a forest looking for flags. That's it. That's all I got. But I can talk about how my spouse was teasing me. He was like, oh, you don't want to see a movie about Elvis? And I'm like, no. And I highly doubt you do either. He was like, what do you mean? I'm like, in the 3 years we've been together, I have not heard a single Elvis song play in your car. He's like, maybe I'm just embarrassed to show you that I listen to Elvis. And I'm just like, gonna press X out for that one. I was very tempted to be like, oh yeah, name 3 Elvis Presley songs. I didn't though, because I know very few Elvis Presley songs. I get Elvis Presley and Johnny Cash mixed up And if there are any diehard defenders of Johnny Cash or Elvis Presley out there, don't burn me in the comments, please. I was born in a year that did not start with a 19. Mission 53. This one took me endless attempts. What you have to do is you have to go through Ice Cap, jump off the absolute edge of the ramp, and hold up as you are doing so. Now, it's not easy. You are going to fail. You are going to do it multiple times. I don't know how I did it, but I just had a feeling halfway through as I was just doing it that I had it right, and I did. What you're supposed to go over the rings, but as you saw, just getting close enough works, I guess. I don't know. 54. This one also took a very long amount of time. This is going down the blizzard and collecting flags. How many flags? Too dang many. I can tell you that much.
Come on, Tails.
Now the flags start right in the same area that we were just at with Sonic. Now there's no real way to slow yourself down here, unfortunately. There's no brake button. So all you can do, something I decided to start picking up, was to pause quickly without like moving anything, so it would still go back to resume game, just so I could like try to keep myself aligned with the flags in order to make sure everything's fine here. But remember, I'm making this look a whole lot easy and a whole lot faster than it actually is. You are going to struggle with this, and that's okay. 55. Run down the building, get the balloon. Now we're back to the fun ones. I use the term fun very loosely. We're going to be running down the building. We got to get 6 balloons. One of them is positioned in a way that you have to jump in order to get it. The rest of them you can just completely run into. It's that one they have to jump into, just so you know. Okay. Man, I can't believe we're already this way through. As soon as I started talking about Watergate, everything started just going by really fast. Oh my goodness. There we go. Mission 55 cleared. Time for mission 56, which is hidden in this little pathway. Relentless eruptions occur in the Flaming Canyon. What could be hidden at the area that's staring at? So once we start, we're going to locate this little billboard of Cream just staring at something where we really don't know. So we just gotta turn the camera around and be like, okay, I guess we'll go in that general direction. I'm sure that's something. Now, where she's looking, again, don't really have a good clue. But we're just gonna work with it, honestly. But with the circle of rings, that leads me to believe that there's something here. Like a medallion. Da-da-ba. Thank you. I needed that. For this mission, this one is hidden behind a few rocks, which, so much fun. I feel like an excavator or archaeologist. And we're just searching rocks, looking at ruins, hunting tombs, you know, doing a thing. And after enough time, we will eventually find it. It just takes a lot in order to be able to find the ding-dang mission cards. Again, I know that there's a lot that I could do to make it better, but there's also a lot that the developers could have done to make it better. But I also don't really know why they implemented a mission mode in the first place. We're just going to go for it. Okay, we can go ahead and get that balloon from right up here in Red Mountain. And then the path disappears. Now we're on to 58, which is right behind this ladder. The big rock will start rolling after you. Try to get all the flags. Now, there's the easy way and the hard way. I'm going to show you the easy way, because that's the hard way. The easy way is to move forward a little bit, and then as soon as the camera turns around, quickly do a spin dash, and then let the rock move forward for quite a bit, so you have more than enough time to just slowly get the flags, because there's a lot of flags. 36 flags. As if that wasn't enough. Which, if we narrow it down, it's going to be 12 rows of 3. 12 groups of 3 flags each. They could have just done one, but I guess they wanted the 3 flags so they could make you feel bad if you missed one doing it the normal way? I don't know. Oh yes, 10 rings. We can't forget about that. Very important. Very vital. So many flags, so little time. Okay, that's mission 58. I mean, now we're on to mission 59. I just wanted to see how far down the rock was because I felt like I took more than enough time in order to wait for the rock to finish going down, and I did. 59 is going to be in Eggman's pool. And I completely skipped what that mission said, but you know, it's fine. You'll get the gist of it. It's go find the thing in the thing. It's like, look out for the barrels, find me, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing here. It really doesn't matter. It's a flag right in here. But pow. Amazing. And now, for the final mission, it's big. Because, you know, big's the best. I hope you can feel the confused look I'm giving through my voice onto your monitor or screen. Because why did they make the last mission for big? That just completely doesn't make sense to me. But something is hidden inside the dinosaur's mouth. Can you find it? This is me speeding up the footage because I know that I did a very unique route, so I just sped it up so you'd be able to somewhat follow it. But yes, once we actually go through and find exactly where we need to go, we can go into the dinosaur's mouth and we can find the little thing inside of it. And then I have a very lovely little thing as well. But once we got to the path, I slowed it down for you so it's easy to see like where it is. And that's because once you see the spine and the head, you know you're golden. And yes, it is a flag. Thank you for asking. Okay, that is all 60 missions, believe it or not. And with that, it's time for the credits, which, honestly, this isn't sped up. It just genuinely goes as fast. Sonic Adventure DX. It's a very fun game. I grew up playing it. I beat it so many times. Never understood how the Chow worked. Got very frustrated by the Chow. Was very upset by how I could not do the A missions for Sonic as a kid. But this was one of the first main Sonic games that I got very attached to. And to have finally beaten the mission mode, finally played as Metal Sonic, gotten all the achievements, it feels good. It does, actually. I know it's under like a big blob of bleh, but like I can feel like a little tiny flicker of being like, yeah, this was fun. I enjoyed it. I really did. I put a lot of time into it. A lot of time. But that aside, it is fun. I do enjoy it. I would not recommend 100%ing it. If you really want Metal Sonic that bad, you can always go and download the better SADX. They have the little option there for you to activate Metal Sonic, so you can just go through and play as Metal Sonic, even though it's just regular Sonic with a different skin on. Anyway, don't go after the missions. But if you do go after them, I'd say maybe 5 at a time. I feel like that would be pretty good. Just like sit down, knock 5 out. You'll be done within I know math. I know this. 12 days. In 12 days, you'll be able to finish it. But now for the thing that I've been looking forward to since we started this. Not only Big swimming around like a gigantic ballerina, but also the thing I have hid from you for so long. You wanna know what it is? Ah, that felt so much better. That was therapeutic for all the wrong reasons. Yes, you can drown in the game. It takes a while, but you can drown. That was a little thing showing that I've fully gotten all the missions. And now I will happily show you the achievements, because I do have them all. I have played the game for roughly 83 hours. That may not be all in the time period of me doing the Let's Play, but it is a very big majority of it. And now I have finally finished the game. It's time to uninstall it. Now that I have, it's time for me to show you, but some of you probably came here for in the first place. The next game coming up. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. I will see you all in 2 weeks. Goodbye, my CP Bears.